Hey everybody, it's your man James back again with another new review for you guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at Ragnarok from IDW by the one and only legend Walt Simonson. This is basically the story of the fall of the gods and the aftermath. Anyone who's read any of Walt's Thor comics at Marvel knows what Ragnarok is all about, and this is really sort of the extension of that. If you read, say, up to issue 380 of Thor, and instead of Thor beating the Midgard serpent, he loses, that's where this sort of picks up on. And so, we're going to start off here with this great cover by Mike Mignola. I've always liked Mike's work. One of the first comics I ever bought, Hulk 309, had a cover by him, and so I've always been a big fan of his work. You got the whole contrast here of light and dark, as always a good thing to have. I really liked how he shows the lightning from Thor's hammer. It's all just in basically reverse silhouette. Very nice contrast to the darkness of the skeletons and backgrounds. If you're looking at the Thor here thinking it's not quite right, in the story, Thor is basically half dead. He's not the Thor we've come to know, and it's the world has fallen apart. Right here we got the story so far. In the wake of Ragnarok, Thor Odinson has returned to Asgard, his ancestral home, to find the city in ruins and its inhabitants slain. He confronts Ring, a dark elf assassin who wields a cursed sword that can wound even the god of thunder. As the conflict unfolds, Thor kills Drifa, Rain's young daughter. He then invites Rain to stand beside him as a legion of fire starters, the burning warriors of Muspelheim and its lord Surtur, launch a furious attack on Asgard, bent on killing Thor and reducing the ruins of the city and every living thing within it to ashes. So that's where we pick up on here. The world has been destroyed. Ragnarok has happened. The gods are dead except for Thor. And this is where we pick up of him in Asgard, trying to pick up the pieces, finding out what's happening while he's been away, so to speak. And he's got to deal with this assassin that's been sent to kill him. And, here we got just this great splash page image by Walt Simonson. I mean, just right off the bat, just like, again, the hammer is practically coming at you, off the page. This is the kind of thing Walt's known for. These big, actiony shots like this, and the whole issue is basically just one great long battle, with Thor and this Rain character fighting against the forces of Surtur. While they fight, they argue. He argues with Thor about how he killed his daughter, and he's saying that it was a to help you. Just learn that the guy who's hired you is not going to give you what he promises. He says down here, it was the only way to prove to you the Lord of the Dead lied to you about his gifts to Drifa. He had no intention of honoring them. And with a name like the Lord of the Dead, just how much immortality do you think he could bestow upon anybody? I mean, just very, very cool stuff, But again, Rain is overcome with emotion due to, the death of his daughter, and earlier in the series, his wife. He's more bent on revenge than anything else. And he sees these fire starters are just in the way, and Thor tries to convince him that he needs to work with him for the moment, and so he makes him an offer. Kill me after we dealt with the fire starters. I'll guard your back, you guard mine. If that happens, I'll give you a clear shot, but only if you want to take it. So he basically makes a bargain. Help me fight these creatures off, and then after it's done, I'll give you a shot to kill me, free and clear. And, they decide to do so. It comes down to a case of, Rain knows he must side with Thor or else they're both dead. So he goes, How can you be sure I won't stab you in the back? Faith. You should try it. I understand it works wonders. You know, I really love Thor in this. He's almost like a smartass a lot of the time when he talks, but it's still very godly, I guess you could say. It feels like Thor, even though it's not the way that most of us have known Thor growing up with Walt's work at Marvel. But like, I mean, just look at it. Look at these battle pages. I mean, it's just power, and you know, it's like I said, it's just nonstop. This is like what you call a slugfest issue. You know, and here's Thor. Father Odin, remember your son in his hour of need. And he sends off Mjolnir, and boom. I mean, that's, you know, what more could you ever hope for? You know, this is excellent. You know, they get down to the final ones, who then merge into a giant, and Thor knows he's the only one that can stop this one, and he does so. And this is something else I noticed in this book compared to his Marvel's work on Thor. It's a lot more bloody. You know, he's I guess he's not restrained by trying to be family friendly, you know, kid appropriate, you know. And I kind of like that about it too. It's a little more of an adult way of doing this. I mean, this is like supposedly like gods battling demons, and you would think that it would be that way. And then here, Rain comes in here after the battle is over to do what he said. You said you would give me a clear shot. And Thor's like, get out of the way, now! And then catches his hammer, and he goes, You could have let me die. I offered you a clear shot. And he takes it. So, it's just, you know, this was a great issue. I mean, all action, all power. You know, this is Thor at his best. This is Walt Simonson at his best, you know, and because even though it's all action, he still squeezes in plenty of story. You know, you got the whole thing of his discussions with Rain while they're in the middle of a fight for their lives, and you know, Thor's honor and his dignity, it all shines through. You know, when he makes him the offer of a free shot, you know, telling him, you know, that I'll let you have a shot at me if you still want it after we've taken care of these guys. You know, that's Thor. You know, he's a god of honor. He respects, you know, warriors, and you know, this is all shown clear through. Even a Thor who's, like I said, is half dead basically. You know, he's old and he's tired. You know, everything he knows has been destroyed, and yet he still fights on. You know, that's the character. And you know, Walt Simonson is just, you know, I mean, probably, as far as I'm concerned, the most authoritative writer of Thor there is. There is nobody who is better than him. You know, I mean, if you're going to do Thor, you'd be hard pressed to find anybody who could do it better than Walt Simonson. And this is, you know, I just love all this action. I mean, all the little details he puts in when the stuff's getting smashed apart and ripped apart, and you know, breaking guys and their armor, and it's just, you know, this level of craft, you know, you don't see it anymore. You don't see very many in the industry who can not only produce it, but even have the ability to do it. You know, they just don't know. It's like they've forgotten how to do this. And so when you see something like this, it really gives you a charge, I would say. And it certainly did me. I loved all of this. You know, this whole issue, just all action, yet with a heart, and drama going on while the battle rages. It's just excellent work. You know, I can't recommend this strongly enough. I give this 8.5 out of 10. This is really great work. You know, this issue in particular, but also the series as a whole. If you have a chance, you know, go out and find Ragnarok. You know, it came out in, I think, 2014, 2015, and you know, you won't be sorry. If you liked Simonson's Thor at Marvel, you'll definitely dig on this. If you like, you know, just great action and epic adventure, and you know, gods versus death It's things like that. This has got what you want. This is the good stuff. So yeah, I definitely can't recommend this strong enough to you. You know, go out and check out Ragnarok. It's definitely something I was, you know, I got on the fly. I just heard a couple things and I thought I'd check it out, and I am very, very glad that I did. And I think you will be too. So make sure to head on out and check this out, because, you know, we need more comics like this today. So we need to support the ones out there that are out there that we can. So that'll do it for this review. Hope you enjoyed checking it out. If you did, make sure to hit the like button there and give me a comment. If you didn't like it, make sure to give me a comment too. I always want to hear what you guys got to say. Make sure to smash that subscribe button there, and be sure to never miss a new review or any other videos I have posted up here, because I'm always putting up new content. And until next time, take care.